ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Chant the hymn.
నిజమే అలా ఏదైనా చేస్తే నెక్స్ట్ టైం కి మళ్ళీ
ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शिक्षां व्याख्यास्यामः वर्धस्वरः मात्राबलं सामसन्तानः इत्युक्तः शिक्षाध्यायः सहनौ यशः सहनौ ब्रह्मवर्चसम् अथातः संहिताय उपनिषदं व्याख्यास्यामः पञ्चस्वधिकरणेषु अधिलोकमधिज्योतिषमधिविद्यमधिप्रजमध्यात्मम् तामहासंहिता इत्याचक्षते। अथाधिलोकम् पृथिवी पूर्वरूपम् द्यौरुत्तररूपम् आकाशः सन्धिः वायुः सन्धानम् इत्यधिलोकम् अथादिज्योतिषम् अग्निः पूर्वरूपम् आदित्य उत्तररूपम् आपः सन्धिः वैद्युतः सन्धानम् इत्यदि ज्योतिषम् अथादिविद्यम् आचार्यः पूर्वरूपम् अन्ते वास्युत्तररूपम् विद्यासन्धिः प्रवचनगुं सन्धानम् इत्यदि विद्यम् अथाधिप्रजम् माता पूर्वरूपम् वितोत्तररूपम् प्रजासन्धिः प्रजननगुं सन्धानम् इत्यदि प्रजम् अथाध्यात्मम् अदराहनुः पूर्वरूपम् उत्तराहनुत्तररूपम् वाक्सन्धिः जिह्वासन्धानम् इत्यध्यात्मम् इति मामहासगम्हिताः य एवमेतामहासगम्हिता व्याख्याता वेद सन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवर्चसेनान्नाद्येन सुवर्गेण लोकेन यश्चन्दसा वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृता सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासम् शरीरं मे विचर्षणम् जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभूरिष्ठुमम् ब्रह्मण कोशोऽसि मेधया पीतः श्रुतं मे गोपाय आवहन्ति वितन्वानः कुर्वाणा चिरमात्मनः वासागं सीममगावश्च अन्नपाने च सर्वदा ततो मे श्रियमावह लोभशां पशुभिः सह स्वाहा आवायन्त ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा विवायन्त ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा गमायन्त ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा सा निस्वाहा श्रेया तस्य सोऽसा निस्वाहा तन्त्वा भग प्रविशा निस्वाहा समा भग प्रविश स्वाहा तस्मिन् सहस्रशाखे निबध्नन्त्वयिम्रजे स्वाहा यतापः प्रवतायन्ति यथा मासा अहर्जरम् एवं मां ब्रह्मचारिणः धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा दिवेशोऽसि प्रभावाय प्रभावद्यस्व Practice?
I didn't practice, but I'll
Try.
try now. Bad student.
Yeah.
Avahanti vitanvana.
Avahanti vitanvana.
Avahanti vitanvana. Kurvana chiramat.
Kurvana chiramatmanah.
Kurvana chiramatmanah. Vasagam.
Vasa, you're reading Telugu or
No, this one.
Devanagari only, right?
Devanagari.
Instead of Vasa, you're saying, right? Why? Because Vasa, because you thought it is only Rasvam there? I thought that's why I'm asking. Telugu or English or Devanagari? Vasagum simamagavascha. Like that.
Vasagam simamagavascha.
Mamagavascha.
Magavascha. Vasagam simamagavascha. Annapane cha sarvada. Tato me shriyamavaha.
Lomasham.
Lomasham Pashubhi Saha Swaha
Amayantu. Dirgha.
Yeah. Amayantu brahmacharina swaha. Vimayantu brahmacharina swaha. Pramayantu brahmacharina swaha. Damayantu brahmacharina swaha. Shamayantu brahmacharina swaha. Yasho jane sani swaha.
Yasho jane sani swaha.
Yasho jane sani swaha. Yasho jane sani swaha. Shreya vasya sosani swaha. Tam tva bhaga pravishani.
Tantva bhaga pravishani swaha.
Tantva bhaga pravishani swaha. Tantva bhaga pravishani swaha. Sama bhaga pravisha swaha. Sama bhaga pravisha swaha. Tasmin sahasra shakhe.
Tasmin sahasra shakhe.
Tasmin sahasra shakhe. Tasmin sahasra shakhe.
Nibagahan.
Tvayi mruje swaha. Nibagaham
tvayi mruje swaha.
निबगाहन्त्वयि मृजे स्वाहा यथापः प्रवतायन्ति
प्रवतायन्ति
यथा मासा अहर्जरम्
यथा मासा पास अहर्जरम्
यथा मासा अहर्जरम्
अहर्जरम् अहर्जरम्
अहर्जरम् एवं मा ब्रह्मचारिणः
धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा
धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा
प्रतिवेशो only Swarita प्रतिवेशोऽसि
प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमाबाहि प्रमापदस्व
प्रमाभाहि प्रमापद्यस्व
प्रमाबाहि प्रमापद्यस्व प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमाबाहि प्रमापद्यस्व.
We need to just finish the reading part, right? Yashojanesani. Finished up to the first part. Yashojanesani, that reading.
Chandraji, before that, like in the previous one, right, it's saying like all along in different directions, large number of people come to me. Is that from Acharya's point of view that
Yes.
we're asking for Bhagwan? Maybe I missed that.
Yeah, Acharya is asking.
Acharya is asking.
This student who has graduated from the Gurukula, maybe sannyasi also can have, but sannyasi doesn't wear. He doesn't have any agenda of his own. Only a grihastha guru or acharya, a brahmachari was just passed out. Maybe in that sense we can understand. He is asking for wealth, avahanti homa. He does, and then brahmacharis, so that he is well known. The ashrama is well known. Many students get attracted to it to spread the message. The rishis, you can say, right? That is the question. And so he's asking for well-qualified students. That's why pramayantu brahmacharinaha, damayantu, shamayantu, vimayantu. I was Hindivar is there? Hindivar? No, right? He's not there today. Last time he said I skipped damayantu, but I saw the recording. It was there.
Yes.
Maybe he didn't.
He said 2 times.
Okay. So all this is for finally for us to gain sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Right? All the 3 ashramas, brahmacharya ashrama, grihastha ashrama, vanaprastha, is for getting more and more of sadhana chatushtaya, so that we are ready, qualified for what? Yeah, of course. Yes. Next step of gnanam. Yes. Read part. Yashojanes. I'll just read the meaning. May I become successful among the people. Swaha. May I become superior among the rich. Swaha. O Lord of prosperity, may I enter into thee. Swaha. Mayest thou enter into me. In that self of thine with 1,000 branches, O Lord, may I purify myself from all my sins. Swaha. As water flows downwards, as months fly into years, so too, O Creator, that is Data, may students of Brahma Vidya come to me from everywhere. Swaha. Thou art the refuge. That is Prativeshaha, we're saying, right? Thou art the refuge. Prativeshaha. Beam upon me. Pra ma bhai. Ma. Pra bahi ma. Come to me. Prapadyasva.
So beam upon me is reveal.
Yes, revealing. Oh Lord, reveal yourself to me. Through Jnanam, of course. It's not some mystic with the flash and the movies we see, right? Not right, but through Jnanam, we come to know, right? Through in that sense, you say.
Yeah, here also, may I enter into thee, thou enter
Yes.
into me. I think that's again shown in a different way, that something goes, something comes. But there isn't anything. It's just about
It's a figuratively saying through Jnana, I merging this. Entering it means that Veda Bhavana Tyaga.
oneness.
Veda Bhavana Tyaga. Initially, you see that higher self, that Lord, is different from me. That Veda Bhavana is there, right? So we are saying merger is only a figuratively saying, I drop the notion that I am separate from you through Shravana Manana Nityas, through Guru Shastra Upadesha. That notion that I am separate from Brahman, it is Tattvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi. So basically, that Homa also is there. That prayer is there. In the sense of preparation, the Brahma Vidya. Continue.
Continuing the ritual, the mantras reveal more and more the nobility of intentions and the purity of ambitions entertained by the Upasaka. The worshipper wants to become famous among men in his knowledge and his living, because in India, a philosopher never attracts any attention unless he lives up to the ideal of his philosophy. Thus, the renown meant here is not merely a popularity or a passing fame. This fame demanded is not for any self-aggrandizement or selfish gains, but it is to assume that the best types of students will be constantly reaching from all directions, and thus the Upasaka will gain in the days to come a greater field for his missionary activities. This prayer that he should become famous, when read together with the previous demand for great fortunes, should give us the implication meant in, may I become superior among the rich, meaning, let me not be a mere mule carrying the weight of a gold, but an intelligent master of fortune who is able to bless the world with the riches that have come to me through the grace of the Lord. In doing so, he becomes, in fact, superior to those who are wealthier than himself. Wealth in itself is no mark of nobility or glory to man. It becomes so only when he comes to serve the society and thereby himself with his wealth. Therefore, when a true Hindu acquires wealth to spend it in maintaining seekers during their stay with him. Indeed, the wealth is spent in the right direction and the culture of the land is maintained and preserved thereby.
In order to become thus pure in living, the individual must gain a clean and divine heart. The method by which one can purify oneself and keep the bright shining in the inner world is now discussed. Sin is that which covers the true effulgence of the soul. In our Shastras, sin is not considered as some positive blemish, but only as a mistake in judgment. It is not a commission of an injustice, but an omission to do the right. Thus, our scriptures forbid us from hating the sinner, but insist that we must hate the sins. The positive philosophy is the meaning of all scriptures in the world. Every saint has a past, every sinner a future. The moment we correct our thinking and redress the mistake in the evaluation of things in the world, we know how to redeem ourselves from the sins and walk the path of virtue.
But the difficulty felt by practitioners is that they are not completely independent of the reactions of their past mistakes. Every action and every thought leaves its impression upon the mental world, and every following thought and action has a tendency to repeat itself. Thus, having made one misjudgment, the flow of thoughts thereafter has an irresistible tendency and an
Irrepressible.
irrepressible urge to flow in the same
I think,
direction, pushing the injustice more and more into positive criminalities and low
animalisms.
The only way we can redeem ourselves from mistakes is to correct our way of thinking or rewrite the entire pattern of thoughts within ourselves.
The Guru is talking about the vasanas, basically. Irrepressible urge to flow in the same direction. Right? All those words. So, basically, Acharya's quote this famous verse, right? Shubha Shubhabhyam. You know that? Vasana, that flow, Sarita, that river of vasanas. Shubha Shubhabhyam. It flows in Shubha and Ashubha channels. Paurushena prayatnena, with effort. Paurushena prayatnena, Shubhe Pati. Yojaniya Shubhe Pati. That is what it says. Try to be on the Shubha Pati, Shubha Vasanas as much as possible. So that you're preparing for this.
This erasing of the world wrong patterns and rewriting healthy lines of thinking are both accomplished by the same divine process which is prescribed in the sacred textbooks. The method advised is the constant and repeated chanting and japa of the sacred mantra of Pranava, known as Omkara. We have already seen how Om is the most excellent essence in all the Vedas. Since it represents the supreme consciousness, it manifests itself into its manifold forms. This is indicated here in the term into a thousand
branches. Because here we're saying Tasmin Sahasra Shake, right? 1,000 branches. Because we're saying you, O Lord, have many branches. It could be in the form of Ishta Devatas, personal gods, Rama, Krishna. So, Nibagahan Tvayim Raje. Let me take a dip in that. Ni Bhaga, O Lord, that Ni of that Nibagahan Nimruje. You add to Nimruje, that means I am taking a dip into any of the many branches. It could be, O Lord, saying, you have many branches, Sahasra Shaka, many forms, Vishwarupa. So that cleansing myself, Nimruja, purifying by taking a dip into the thought of the Lord, that is Upasana only, right? Like we take a dip in the river, we purify. Yeah? So here we're dipping into the thought of the Lord. Nimruja, that is.
In our introductory talks, we
In our introductory talks, we had brought out the idea that the Aryan masters, soaked with the beauty of their native land, a wonderland of nature's exquisite excesses, were so molded in their sentiments and emotions that they could not but think in meter and rhyme. Even their subtlest philosophy is honeyed with poetry. Even objective sciences like medicine, astronomy, and so on have also been given out by them in majestic verses, which often rise to the beauties of pure poetry in their style, diction, music, and flow. This being the case, we find here in this mantra two brilliant flashes when the Upasaka requests the Lord to lead students to him from far and near. As water gushes downwards is a simile that can compete only with the dynamic picture brought before us by as months flow into and merge with years. In their expressiveness, grandeur, and charm, they can stand a favorable comparison with the best in any literature. The rest is clear.
The rest is clear means you have to understand. Which one? The last part. That Prativeshosi Pramava. So the poetry Gurudev was telling about is Ayantu Sarvathasva. Is it? Aharjaram is talking about. Pravatayanti Yathapaha Pravatayanti. Yatha Apaha, waters, Pravatayanti. How they flow down. Like that, let these qualified brahmacharyans, qualified students come to study, learn the Shastra. And then Yatha Masa Aharjaram is a nice, good expression, a very unique expression. It is per year. Aharjaram. Jara means exhausting or old, getting old, right? How the days gets exhausted into the year. That's why it's called Aharjaram. Masa, months, as though merging into the year. You know, it's a poetic way. So Prativeshaha means kind of a rest house. Rest house. Prativesha. When you're tired, right? Even in Vedanta, the path of Vedanta, when you're tired, oh, Viveka, Vairagya, Shakya Sampatti, Moksha, so much out. Just take refuge in as though is a rest house. Prativesha. Don't be diffident, saying. Anything else? Yeah. So all this is for what? Upatta Duritakshayam. So that's what sin, about the sins and all that here. So all these upasanas are Upatta Duritakshaya Dvara. Durita. Yes. Durita is what? Here, Pratibandha only. All the obstacles in the path of Vedanta for a student, for a sadhaka. Here also, correct. So eliminating Jnana Pratibandhas, Rupa Papani. Papam itself is what? Any obstacle that, anything that is obstructing my sadhana, is a papam in a way. So for eliminating this Jnana Pratibandha, cleansing of the mind. Next one is the Vyahriti Upasana. So here we earlier Anuvaka is Japa for Medha and also for prosperity, and Avahanti Homa. Now back to one more Upasana, which we have to combine with the Upasana in the sixth Anuvaka also. There should be both combined, they say. That is Hiranjagarbha Upasana, Antarhrudaya. It's called. That is in sixth Anuvaka. And the fifth one is Vyavrittipasanam. So Vyahruti Upasana. Anyone remembers? Told you. Quiz. Pop quiz. What are Vyahrutis we say? That is common. In fact, when we do pranayama, we do all the 7 we chant, right? Om Bhu, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satyam. And then we do the pranayama, right? Huh?
I said Tat Savitur Varenyam.
Yes. After that, good.
Yeah.
Vyahruti. The 3 are famous. Now here, the another famous one, Maha Vyahruti, is also presented in this Vyahruti Upasana. So anybody, what is Vyahruti then? So those 3 are Vyahrutis we said. Famous one, right?
Bhur-Bhuvah
Swaha. So Brahmana Vyahruta. In the beginning, Brahmaji uttered that which has been uttered. Utterance. That has been uttered in the beginning of say creation, let's say. That's why they're sacred. That's why we use for Parishechanam, we use Bhuvasva. Anytime you want to sanctify anything, we use those Vyahrutis because they're sacred. Brahmaji uttered it.
Those words.
Yes, those words. That's why we said the Vedas have been condensed into these 3 Vyahrutis. The 3 Vedas, we say that. Rig, Yajus, Sama, Bhuvasva. And then further condensed into Om, A, Kakara, Ukara, Makara. Right? So we'll see those Devatas also come here in this Upasana. What Devata stands for, which Vyahruti. Of course, Vyahruti also means that which removes the papam. Harati papani, harati papani Vyahruti. Because they are sacred. It destroys papam when chanted. That's why we chant. Okay. Bhur-Bhuvah Suvariti Va.
Bhur-Bhuvah Suvariti Va.
Let me share the screen. You see the screen, Nitinji?
Yes, I can see it.
Bhur-Bhuvah Suvariti Va. Etas Tisro Vyahritayah. Tasamuhasmaitan chaturtim. Tasamuhasmaitan chaturtim. Mahachamasya pravedayate. Chamasya. Mahachamasya. Mahachamasya. Mahachamasaha. Spoon, big spoon. Ladle for using. Chamasaha. Because The Rishi, you're remembering the Rishi there. Mahachamasya.
So small spoon using.
Big lady, Mahachamas.
Right.
The son of this Mahachamas is the one Rishi for this Vyavruti called Maha. He's saying that. Mahachamasya pravedayate. Maha iti tad brahma sa atma angaanyanya devataah. Bhuriti va ayam lokah. Because of the ayam and then anuswara followed by la, right? Ayal lokah it will become. Bhuriti va ayal lokah. Bhuva ityantariksham. Suvarityasau lokah. Bhurbhuvah suvariti va etas tisro vyahritaya. Variti va etas tisro vyahritaya. Tisro only, not trisro. Stis. Tisraha, three. Three vyavritis. First is are introduced. Tasa muhas maitan chaturtim. Mahachamasya pravedayate. Maha iti tad brahma sa.
Brahma has a Swarita, right?
Tad brahma. Yes. Brahma sa atma angaanyanya devataah. Bhuriti va ayal lokah. Uva ityantariksham. Suvarityasau lokah. Maha ityadityah. आदित्येन वाव सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते आदित्येन वाव सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते पूरिति वा अग्निः उव इति वायुः सुवरित्यादित्यः मह इति चन्द्रमाः चन्द्रमसा वाव सर्वाणि ज्योतिगुंषि महीयन्ते चन्द्रमसा वाव सर्वाणि ज्योतिगुंषि महीयन्ते When you are going to that from Sarvani to Jo, it's pause. Sarvani Jyoti Gum Shima, like that. Because of the Ja and the Ya. Bhuriti va Ruchaha. That va pause and then Ruchaha, like that. Bhuriti va Ruchaha. Bhuva.
In the upper line, there's no Dirgham, right? Then why are we pausing after June, before June? Oh, combined June.
Not was, little bit of because of the Samyukta Vyanjana. Sarvani Jyoti Gum Shima. Bhuriti va Ruchaha. Bhuva iti samani. Suvariti yajugumshi. Even though that she is Rasva, but since it is the end of the pada, a little bit, but the nice ending, we give that. Instead of abruptly ending, Yejugumshi, like that, right? Not that abrupt ending. Yejugumshi, little bit of a extension there is fine. Again, that second mantra. Maha ityadityaha. Adityena vava sarve loka mahiyante. Puriti va agnihi. Bhuva iti sva. Sorry. Bhuva iti vayuhu. Suvarityadityah. Maha iti chandramaah. Chandramasava sarvani jyoti gumshi mahiyante. Bhuriti va ruchah. Bhuva iti samani. Suvariti yajugumshi. Maha iti brahma. Brahmana va sarve. Veda mahiyante. Brahmana va sarve veda mahiyante. Puriti vai pranaha. Bhuva ityapanaha. Suvariti vyanaha. Maha ityannam. Annena va sarve. Pranamahiyante. Annena va sarve pranamahiyante. Tava pas. Tava etaschatasraschaturtha. Tava etaschatasraschaturtha. Etaschatasraschaturtha. Chatasraschatasro Vyahritayah Chatasraschatasro Vyahritayah Tayo Veda Saveda Brahma Sarvesmai Deva Valimavahanti Sarvesmai Deva Valimavahanti Maha iti once. Maha iti Brahma Brahmana va sarve Veda mahiyante Puriti vai pranaha Bhuva ityapanaha Suvariti vyanaha Maha ityannam Annena vava sarve prana mahiyante Annena vava sarve prana mahiyante Tava etaschatasraschaturtha Chatasraschatasro Chatasraschatasro Vyahritayah Tayo Veda Saveda Brahma Sarve Esmai Deva Balimavahanti Is this what is called? Vyahruti Upasana. Uhasma and all those are just an expressions of prasiddhi. Well known, something like that they're saying. Tasa muhasmai uhasma, something like that. Chaturthim is being introduced. Mahachamasya pravedayati. He revealed that Rishi is son of Mahachama. Son of Mahachamasa. Mahachamasa. Just see the meaning. Once one of you can chant for today. So Bhu, Bhuha, Suvaha are the three short utterances of mystical significances. Are you seeing the screen? Right. Bhu, Bhu, Bhuva, Suvaha are the three short utterances of mystical significances in addition to these, there is the fourth one, Maha, made known by the seer, Mahachamasya. That is Brahman, that is the body, other gods are its limbs. That's it. Oh, only the yeah, but this part. This section opens out another method of meditation. The technique adopted has a direct bearing with things familiar for the students who had a thorough study earlier of the Brahmana portion of the Veda. Naturally to them, a short mystical utterances, Vyakritis, are very familiar and full of import. But today we find it difficult to enter into the very spirit of it because we are unable to appreciate or experience the import contained therein. Continue. Sure. Sorry. Praveen, continue.
The terms Buha,
Bhuhu,
the terms
Bhuvaha.
Bhu, Bhuvaha, and so on indicate the various fields of experiences which the mind can indulge in. If it raises itself to be in unison with these realms of experiences. Each one of them is considered to be subtler than the other. A subtler plane not only transcends the grosser, but it is at once immanent in the grosser plane also. Compared with the most well-known three fields, Bhu, Bhuvaha, and Suvaha, the scripture says here that there is yet another plane called Mahaha, which is subtler than the former three. This plane of experience, Mahaha, was first cognized by a great rishi called Mahachamasya, and therefore this world of experience is called Mahaha.
Compared with the earlier three, the fourth is at once transcendent and immanent, and therefore it's called Brahma. The relationship between Maha and the other worlds is beautifully brought out in the declarations that Maha is the body and the others are but its limbs. We all know that limbs in themselves will not make the body, but the term body includes and incorporates all the limbs in it. Having understood this much, we shall proceed further to examine the true import of what the masters meant by demanding of their students to do certain types of superimpositions upon these terms for the purpose of meditation.
Yes. So, just like we used the Sandhi, right? Purva Rupa, Para, Purva. And then the Sandhi and the Sandhanam. Here also we'll use these Vyavritis and then superimpose their Devatas. So, you got it? So, Angi, Angani. It is a relationship. Maha is the body is saying, right? The main Angi is the main, which is Maha here. Angani are the secondary ones, are considered as secondary. Angani, Bhurvasva, in this context of Upasana, are considered secondary. And Maha is the Angi.
Angani is Anya Devata. That's what
Angani, Anya Devata. Atma means they're at Angi.
The word
That
Angi
not the Sachitananda Atma here. Means Atma means that pervades others. Maha pervades others in that sense. That word Brahman also in a very limited sense we have to take, not that Brahman. Because Brahman has many meanings, right? Brahma has many meanings. So, Brahma, here it says Brahma. Brahma could be Veda, Brahma is Brahman, and the Brahma could be Hiranyagarbha. Brahma is a Brahmana is a Brahma. So many meanings. In what context here? Take as Hiranyagarbha here, Upasana, because the next Upasana again is combined with the next one, Hiranyagarbha Upasana. The next Anuvaka. So that Rishi is Mahachamasya. Mantradastara. Rishi is Mantradastara. Right? Aniji, you want to chant once? All of us will do next week. See.
Bhuvasuvaditiva etastisrovya hृदयः.
After va, little pause. Huh? Bhuvasir suvaritiva.
Ritiva eta. Bhuvasuvaditiva etastisrovya hृदयः. Tasamuhasmaitam chaturthim.
Tasamuhasmaitan chaturthim.
Tasamuhasmaitam chaturthim.
Instead of tam, better it is instead of tam, better if it is tan.
Tan. Tasamuhasmaitam chaturthim.
Correct. Continue.
Mahachayasya.
Mahachamasya. ఇక్కడ ఉందా చయ ఉందా
Mahachamasya pravedayate mahagiti tadbrahma sa atma anganyanya devata bhuditiva ayam lokah bhuvayityantariksham
అంతరిక్షం.
bhuvayityantariksham.
You're saying narma. Oh, nalagan.
Bhuvayityantariksham
Suvari.
suvarityasau lokah mahaityadityah adityena vavasarve loka mahiyante bhuriti va agnihi bhuvayiti vayuhu suvarityadityah maha iti chandramaha maha iti chandramaha chandramasa vavasarvani jyoti kunshi mahiyante
Chandramasava sarvani jyoti kumshi mahiyante.
bhuriti va richaha bhuvayiti samani suvaditi yajo
Kumshi.
maha iti brahma brahmana vavasarve veda mahiyante bhuriti vai pranaha bhuvayityapanah suvariti vyanaha maha ityannam annena vavasarve pranamahiyante tava
Tava etaschatasraschaturtha.
tava etaschatasraschaturtha chatasraschatasrovya hृदयः tayo veda
Vyahridayah.
vyahृदयः
Tasro.
chatasraschatasrovya
Hridayah. Tayo.
tayo veda saveda brahma सर्वेस्मै देवा बलिमा वहन्ति
Valima vahanti.
सर्वेस्मै देवा बलिमा वहन्ति बलिमा वहन्ति सर्वेस्मै देवा बलिमा वहन्ति सर्वेस्मै देवा बलिमा वहन्ति सर्वेस्मै देवा बलिमा वहन्ति सर्वेस्मै देवा बलिमा वहन्ति.
Vahanti. Yeah.
And actually the third line, Anga and Yanya, there's a Dirgam and A, right? So there should be a pause over there.
No, it is the. Even though it is they is there, but then it is the, right? It is not a pure vowel. It is not a pure swara. If it is pure vowel there, then yes.
ఇక్కడ భూరితివా అయల్లోక అక్కడ వస్తుంది పాస్
పాజ్ అక్కడ చాలా ఉన్నాయి కదా అక్కడ మహ ఇటి
Bhuritiva. Yes, yes. Because a is there. Because previous is va, right? Dirgava. Even some people also do it for rasva also, actually. But we will skip that. It will be too many pauses.
భువ ఇటి భావ
Even maha, after maha also, maha, iti, because ha, and then followed by e, right? So that we don't have to do it. Only when it's a dirgha we'll do. So 4 upasanas we'll do. We'll learn. Nice. Practice will next week we'll chat. Isn't it practice?
Yes.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om.
Krishnanji brought some nice prasad. Please have it before leaving.